Welcome back to BTide, and let's get started directly with adding the weapons to our project. So I'm using the free weapon template that is available on the marketplace. I'm just going to add it to my project, and because it's not available for 5.3, I'm just going to add the 4.27 version. You don't need to have 4.27 installed. You can just use the 5.3 and it will come up. So let's go to anim and scroll down and come to the animation starter pack. This is one of the most famous weapon packs. Let's go and add it to our project. Again, this is not available for 5.3, which the project is getting made on. It's available on 5.1. Now when we have all these animations, we need to export all of these for our UE5 mannequin. So select all the animation in the folder that you got, except the BS jog and BS crouch walk, and retarget them to the UE5 mannequin. And I'm just going to add a prefix of UE5 so that we know that, hey, this animation is retargeted, and put it in a new folder. So let's name this UE5 animations and okay, and retarget. Now two more blend escapes we have to retarget. So let's go and do that also. Right click both of these and retarget these also. Now some of the animations are already retargeted, but we are going to retarget them again. Now there's no basic reasoning about that. It's just to save time. Now we have all the animations. You can see we have some of them double hip one, but don't worry, we will delete the extra ones later. So save all, and you can see the animations look good and everything seems retargeted properly. So let's move on and change the rifles, like all the rifle items, to the new weapon pack that we added. So for that, you need to go to the content folder, and then I think these are the animations. Yeah. So you see we have these weapons here. So these are both retargeted on the X and Y. These are available in both formats, X and Y. So let's go to the battle royale content and select, open up the first rifle, and here replace the skeletal mesh and just set the skeletal mesh to X, any of the weapons. Now I'm just going to do that quickly for all these weapons. Replace this, make it again the second weapon X. So I'm just setting a weapon for all these rifle items. Make sure the static mesh is set to empty, it's not set to anything. Save. Let's go for the next one. X, like this. Yeah, save. Oops. Oh yeah, so you see static mesh was not empty, that's why it came up. Let's set it for this one. Yeah, this one. And we will just delete the rifle too because we don't need it, because we are short on weapons now. So when this is done, if we play, you will see one thing. Before that, yeah, this is good. Let's play. Let's see something. Okay, so we crashed. So this crashes due to something that we missed. So let's go to the bp base item.cpp, and here you see we set the b base item is equal to false. If the item is not valid, then this will return a null pointer and it will crash. So make it false. Now what this happened this time is because we deleted the base item 2, right? Sorry, rifle 2, but we did not delete the reference from that bp item, although it will now get deleted itself because the item doesn't exist anymore, but we had not deleted it, and that's why the project, like this thing, crashed. Now the project is open. Let's try playing now. Oops, sorry. Yeah, the weapon exists here. Let's play. And you can see the weapon is here. Now if I attach, you can see it's getting attached on my head. We can retry and the result will be the same. So now let's go and make the timer, that the max waiting timer, to a big amount so we can test everything on the island itself with a single player. This is going to be replicated, so don't worry about that. Now we will not go on the plane but stay on this island until we start the game. So that is it. Now let's go and open up our skeletal mesh. So this is the skeletal mesh that we are going to use, and this is the one that we have retargeted the animations for. So go to the go to the skeletal mesh for this here, and then in the preview animation, select the idle element, rifle idle. So here's the rifle idle. Now search for hand on the left side and add a socket to it. name this socket weapon socket. I named it main weapon socket. And then what we need to do is we need to attach a preview asset, which is basically any rifle with an X direction. Now again, search for the socket name and rotate it so that it looks good in the hands. As of now, it's 90, like 180 degree in the wrong direction. It's not properly in the hands. So you can move around and set the direction of it. I am fast forwarding it because it took me a few minutes to like precisely get it in hands. It can be an irritating process, but if you get everything very right, it looks pretty good. So that's why I suggest you spend a few minutes and get it right in the first trial. So while you're testing, you don't get it wrong. That's what I just wanted to say. You have a lot of controls. You can change the camera speed. You can basically change the angle. You can change how much degree you want to fold using the settings on the top, as I'm doing that while doing this. And this looks pretty good. I just need to do a minor bit of modifications. Yeah, this is in the hands. This is in here. And now, yeah. So now let's go back. Let's go back to our enemy starter pack. No, battle weapons and weapon one. And here we don't have any, let's check. Here we don't have any socket name where we will attach the thing. So let's go to base item.h. Base item, nope, not here. Base item.h and copy, nope, not this thing. Let's copy the items thing and create a new variable. Let's name this float. Sorry, I'm really sorry. String item name. Sorry, that just came with the suggestion. Equipped socket name, and the default can be left to anything. But let's. Oh, I am doing that. Let's go back here. Let's copy the socket name and make it the default, or let's leave it to be none maybe. Yeah. Let's go to the base weapon.cpp, and here we set the equipped socket name to weapon socket. Now, when this is done, let's reload the project. And now the weapon will be in our hands. Now, here we did not change the socket name because the socket name is still set to head here, and that's why the weapon will not come to our hands. So what we need to do is we need to replace the head here and change it by equipped socket name. And as you already saw, this item is holdable. So let's change it to equipped socket name. Oh yeah, it's an F name. So let's change this F string to F name. It's no problem. And that should be it. Now no error are there. So let's try rebuilding. Before that, let's go to the base character.h and create a new variable for the current equipped item, because at a moment we can only have one equipped item. So let's make it inventory and add a new variable for the item that is basically enum as byte, and make it what should we make it item, right? What was the name? E item type. Sorry, I forgot the name, and that's why I just asked. So make it E item type and add the include for that, and just set it to current equipped item. Now we can make the default to anything, but we are not going to do it now. We are going to do it in a bit. Because the variable is replicated, we need to make it a do rep lifetime, and we need to make sure it's replicated at all times. Now when we equip the weapon, we need to change the current equipped item to the weapon itself. So let's go and make the character reference and get the current equipped item and make it the weapon. So we are not going to make it like officially weapon, just the item type, so that we can use the same for pistol and other types of item. Let's get the build running. It should be done pretty quick. Skip to the good part. So the project is open. Let's go to the BP third person template and open up the game. Any instance of that is the BP many, ABP many. This is the parent blueprint class. And here we need to change the blueprint class of the character, that is this variable character, to our own BP third person character, so that we can directly get the variables from there. So change this variable type to be BP third person character object reference. change variables, and this will not go, so remove this cast and cast to BP third person character. Set it in, set this in, set this in, and compile and save. There should be no compilation other errors other than this. So create a new sequence. On this sequence, what we need to do is we need to get the current owned item, that is the current item that we have in our hands. So for this, get the current equipped item, promote it to a variable, and make it current equipped. Like promote it to a variable and just store it here. Now we will go to the enim graph and then to the locomotion, where we are going to, for now, just do a minor thing to test something. So here we will just make a blend for that current item type, current equipped type. So let's get the current equipped variable, make a switch, blend pose by e item type, plug in this and plug in default. Now let's create two more instances, that is the weapon. And for the weapons, one thing would go is the weapon itself, the idle animations for the weapon itself. So drag it in and paste it here, compile and save, and you see the variables have changed. Now this is because the default value for the current equipped item is weapons. So let's play, and you see that there's a problem. The default animation comes to be the weapon, which you know why. And when we have the weapon in hand, it looks good. Other than, yeah, this is looking good. So let's go and fix this problem where you start by getting the weapon itself. So let's add a new field which is named none, which would be the default value for it. And let's make that value wherever we have it to none. So let's set the default type to e item type -- none. And we can rebuild. Now I'm pretty sure I don't trust live coding and it will crash. And yeah, here it is. So let's reload. I'm like, I don't know live. I don't trust live coding these days. Maybe it's something with my PC, not sure. Let's play, and you see we are now on the correct. Now if we pick up the weapon, it seems to be right. Now we haven't added any running animations or anything like that, so it's of course normal that it's like we don't have this. So let's go and create a new variable which would tell us the direction, so we can add the blend escape for that. So blend escape for jogging with the weapons. So add a direction variable and make it a float and drag it on the set condition. Yeah, set. And you can easily calculate the direction in which the player is moving in using the calculate direction node. I'm not sure what I'm saying. Just pass the velocity and then try get pawn owner and get the rotation of it from here. Get pawn rotation or get actor rotation and pass it here, and you will get the direction. That seems good. Let's go to the wind graph, and here let's go to locomotion. Or let's do one thing here. Now let's make a blend escape here. Let's create a new blend poses by item type, pass it here, create a new blend pose for none, and okay, this looks good. Okay, locomotion. Yeah, so let's do one thing. Let's go back. And here remove it from default and add the field none, because by default we will have the position none and the weapon pose. So the main states will go in the none folder. So select it none and make a copy of this locomotion graph and name this to weapon locomotion. And drag it to the weapon pose. And go to the weapon pose and then idle and remove this check because we already did that there, and plug in the iron sight. Now for the walk and run, remove this and drag in the UE5 jog animations. Put in the ground speed to the speed variable and the direction variable to the direction, and let's go. And you can see the conditions are valid and they will work even for weapons. So let's go and test this out with two clients, and you can see we have the weapon, the animations are working, but the legs are not moving. Now this is because because of IK being involved. Let's go and remove the check for IK for now. So let's copy these. Also replace the animations here. Although animations are not playing any part here, where the default animation should not be iron sight, but the hip animation. So I'm just replacing this with this one here. Let's go back here and remove, no, copy this cut this part and do it before the IK node runs. Control rig node runs actually. So copy this and paste it here. Yeah, this looks good. Now compile and save and run. Let's go. Oops. Let's go and pick up the weapon. This looks good. Now you will notice the legs are also on the ground. Before it was looking like the legs were in the air. So that's also fixed. So thanks a lot for watching. Meet you in the next one. This series is moving at a great speed. I'm happy for that. And thanks a lot. Consider subscribing. Bye guys.